A child is an intricate being with context and worldviews and a story all in one. They're all different, crave understanding, and they all need to be supported on their educational journey. It's important for every child to feel a sense of belonging in the classroom to be a successful learner. I believe this sense of belonging occurs through relationships. The top left-hand photo here is of my family. They're who raised me and were my first innate sense of belonging in the world. I believe our sense of belonging starts at home in relationships with those who've raised us. As I've said before, every child is different, and some children feel this sense of belonging at home whilst others may not. As a teacher, it will be part of my calling to know my students and their backgrounds and understand their context to support their next steps in life. My second photo is an aerial view of the city of Mandurah. This is the place that I grew up, made friends, attended school, and had many other milestones. It's my own personal context. I believe there's a disconnect in the Western world from our physical environment. The classroom is a powerful place for students to have dialogue about our world and why it isn't being sustained with the influence of globalization and industrialism. And more importantly, the role they can play in contributing to a sustainable lifestyle for themselves, their families, peers, and communities in bridging that gap. My third photo of the Mandurah Bridge represents this. There are many resources to help children connect with the land, including talks from Aboriginal elders. These talks give new meaning to the world a child occupies and helps foster a sense of ownership and connectedness with their environment as well as to their communities. In 2009, the Australian Government Department of Education, Employment and Workplace released the Early Years Learning Framework. This documents 5 outcomes of importance for the development of young children. Now to my girl Luna. She came to us as a rescue horse. She'd never had an interaction with humans and was running wild with a herd of brumbies. She was underweight, had fleas and worms, and was pregnant. She was separated from her herd, put on a float, and driven to our paddocks for her new life. I've told this story for a reason, for the lesson I learnt from Luna. We first met her basic needs of food and water. We showed her patience and knew we wouldn't be able to help her if we didn't establish trust. Eventually, with many small words of encouragement and self-aware body language, we were able to touch her. That was the first milestone. We worked with her every day, made her part of our herd, and now we have the most loving mare we can do anything with. She wants to contribute to her training and wants to learn. The moral here is small steps, patience, and nurturing. A horse can sense your emotions and your intentions much the same as a child. Their eyes are the window to their soul. I think the middle photo of Luna captures her gentleness, kindness, and our mutual trust. If we'd approached Luna with harsh words and painful devices, I don't believe she'd be the trustworthy animal we have today. Every relationship involves two beings. Both have to be willing to connect with the other. So I will strive to make my students want to connect with me. The EYLF states this in its second outcome, that children are connected and contribute to their world. To nurture others, you must first nurture yourself. Build a relationship with yourself. Sometimes it takes a self-dependent experience to do this. The last photo I have shows Daydream Island in the Whitsundays. It's the place I came to trust myself and learnt how capable I was. I provided myself an opportunity to challenge myself in a new but safe environment. I believe a classroom should be like that. It should be the space that a child can see what they can do. I don't believe a child will explore their own potential if we put limits on them. But if we allow autonomy to explore their questions and interests, we allow a holistic approach to education. This is highlighted as outcome 4 in the EYLF, that children are confident and involved learners. These are the reasons we must understand a child's need for belonging and connection. Without this understanding, education would be meaningless. If we do this today, then tomorrow will be meaningful.